Well, Daniel Briere in the second full season as general manager of the Flyers as the rebuild continues. Something Briere says he embraces. He loves the challenge of building a team, looking to reclaim the glory days when Briere was a Flyer and not calling the shots from the front office. And you can see they are piling up the talent with more. Let's head back to Philly. And here again is Victor.
Pleasure to have a general manager step into the broadcast booth with us, and we welcome Daniel Briere to the broadcast tonight. Danny, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with Sean Couterier, who, of course, crossed a significant milestone, 500 points in the National Hockey League with a career-high performance of 5 points.
Yep.
As someone who's now his GM but was also his teammate and roommate at one point, how much did it mean to you, considering everything he's been through in recent years, to see him get that milestone?
It was great to see. Obviously, it's been a tough go. The last part of the season last year, and then now this season, the way it started, the pressure was building. I could see it in his demeanor, but he's a total pro. Didn't let it affect him. Obviously, I know inside it was. It was good to see him have the big night that he did, and hopefully he can build confidence because we're going to need him. He plays in so many different facets for us. He's great taking face-offs. He's good on the penalty kill. We have him on the power play. He faces top players on the other side on a nightly basis. So he's a big part of our team. So to see him build some confidence is good for us.
I know I'm sure another guy you hope one day reaches the 500-point milestone with this organization is Matvei Michkov, who's off to a flying start here in Philadelphia. And I think there's a lot of Habs fans back at home that are hoping whenever Ivan Demidov comes over that he'll have a similar start for them. So given the circumstances surrounding Michkov and how he came over here, what were some of the things you did as an organization to make sure he was comfortable that's allowed him to thrive here early on?
Yeah, well, we helped him out with his mother is here and his brother. A little sense of family around him. He's getting better with the language. We had a tutor, but we also had a few players as well helping him out. We're very attentive to the stuff that he needs. He's a teenager. He's only 19 years old. So, but so far it's been fun. The kid is a competitor. Wants to be on the ice every day. Wants to compete. That's probably the part that surprised us the most about him. We knew he could put up points. He's an electrifying player. But his competitiveness is contagious, and hopefully more players follow suit. It's been a blast having him around.
Now, of course, you've got a young team here that's building towards something a lot like Montreal is in some ways, and John Tortorella is your head coach. When you work with a team like this, what's an important quality that a coach needs to have that John Tortorella does to help this group continue to grow?
You're going to laugh, but the patience to let the young guys try to make some plays. We have the impression from the outside that Torts is extremely tough, and he is, but he doesn't give them any leeway, and it's the total opposite. He wants his guys to take chances and try to make plays, which will probably surprise a lot of people, but he's been awesome. That was one of the probably best part for me, having the chance to have Michkov over right away, to have him as a teenager, to be able to mold him in what we want to do and the culture that we want to bring here in Philly under John Tortorella and his coaching staff, I thought was a great plus for us. We feel very fortunate to have him at an early age.
On the topic of goaltending, we get to see Alexei Kolosov become the first Belarusian-born goaltender to play in the National Hockey League tonight. So apart from that, for fans at home that might not know a whole lot about him, tell us kind of the backstory about how he wound up here in Philly.
Yeah, well, Alexei was drafted a few years ago. It's been tough getting him over here. Obviously, you never know. They wanted to keep him playing in Minsk. And for us, we felt it was time. We wanted to see what he was like. There's all options are on the table, but the kid is talented. A very athletic goaltender. Now, we don't know how his game translates to the NHL, and we're excited to watch him play tonight. And, there's no, anything set in stone moving forward. Gerson has done a pretty good job. He had a rough afternoon yesterday, but he found a way to win. There's nothing set in stone as far as our goaltending goes.
Well, Danny, always appreciate your time. Thanks for dropping by tonight.
Thanks for having me.